I finally figured out what you're doing, so I don't have to buy your program. Was a message I got from somebody, and I sure hope that you figured out what I'm doing because it's not a secret. And realistically, I've been doing the same thing in online business to some degree, some alteration or variation since 2021. And I actually just want to do a slight variation, kind of breaking down our entire 7-figure business model today for you guys on this video, because realistically, there hasn't been a more prevalent time to actually adopt our approach because it's probably the most trending, popular topic or style of business in the space right now. Ever since Alex Hormozy invested in school, the go-to way to build online business has pretty much become community, right? You have all these people who, were against community for years who are now all centered around groups. So we've been living, breathing, and teaching community-based business models, utilizing community as the centerpiece of business since 2021. So I just want to run a little bit of a training, I guess, for you guys today, talking about our business model and kind of how it came to be and what we actually do on a deeper level and what we have been doing day in and day out for the last few years, which has allowed me to go from, struggling for 3 years in business, buying all the programs, hiring all the mentors, building all the automations to, having a 7-figure business of my own and helping students follow our plan and our process and actually make millions of dollars online with groups of their own across all sorts of different niches and industries, from, selling out their food truck to helping parents after they've lost children, right? All sorts of different niches, as well as people who are online business owners, coaches, mentors, etc. But super boring, mundane, I guess you could say, because we've literally been using and teaching the exact same thing for years in business. And it's honestly the only thing that actually worked for me when I started making this change. And actually, fun fact, we'll zoom back to early 2021 when I actually discovered this process pretty much by accident. And, I was doing the same thing as most people. I was selling a very popular value ladder style affiliate product, doing all the fake side hustle content on TikTok because that's what everybody was saying to do. And, I had a video get about 500,000 views, how you could sell your dirty socks on the internet, because that was a trending video. And this is kind of when I started to realize that I was having a problem in my business because I was copying all these creators who were saying to go create this type of content. And that's how they were making all this money. I didn't make a single sale from the video that had 500,000 views, right? The only thing that actually happened in my business is I became known as the sock guy. Everybody was like, hey, can you help me sell my dirty socks? And it's like, I started to question everything that I was being taught in business, because it was like I was being told to create this type of content that was building this massive audience of people that definitely weren't going to buy my product. They weren't going to fork out the $2,500 investment that I wasn't supposed to talk about. Anyways, so I kind of hit the drawing board. I kind of I reinvented my approach, right? So I ditched any of the remote job, side hustle, clickbait, bullshit style content on short form video. And I made it a point to actually just start driving everybody into my free Facebook group at the time. And the moment that I actually realized that I potentially had a process that I could double down on was I actually landed my first ever coaching client. She was a diehard affiliate. She didn't want to buy any other programs and products. So she ended up just paying me for 12 weeks of one-on-one mentorship. And the thing that I worked on her with was growing her community, right? She was like, oh, I want to grow my Facebook group. So we actually took her group from creation to over 1,000 members in less than 90 days. And at the time, I didn't even have 1,000 members in my own group, but she started increasing her sales. She started having more fun in her business. She started waking up to people, messaging her saying, hey, can I buy this product? Versus, the latter, which was usually, chasing down these leads and like doing the most, trying to get people to buy this product that was $7 at the time. And that's kind of when I realized I had a unique process that I needed to double down on myself. So then I made that the entire focus of the next 12 months in my business. I actually stopped posting YouTube videos. I stopped writing blog posts. I stopped doing any tech. I literally canceled my email software. I burned down an email list of like 600 people. I didn't do any automation. It was literally short form video content to my community where I was then talking to people to potentially sell them my affiliate product at the time. And that was the year I went from virtually zero results. Like I showed up every day for years, had to go get a job 2 separate times because I thought I was going to be able to make a full-time income online, and I wasn't. So I actually had to, throughout my journey online, I had to go get a 9 to 5 2 separate times because I would quit my job, build this little nest egg, quit my job, and then try to run my business, and then acquire credit card debt, trying to run Facebook ads. But that was the year that I went from almost no results. I think I made $65 in 3 years of showing up. And I don't mean like I was dabbling with the idea of starting. I published 296,000 words on a blog over the span of 8 months. To give you guys context, that's about 5 Harry Potter's books worth of content. I was posting every single day, launching mini courses, launching done-for-you affiliate funnels, plug-and-play products, and the whole thing where it's like you buy this thing and you change your links and you resell the same thing you just bought. I did that for 3 years. And I made $65 showing up every single day. But when I started using this process and really making that the only focus of my process, I went from virtually no results for years prior to doing my first 6 figures as an affiliate. Didn't even have a product of my own. I was selling someone else's product, and I made 100 grand that year. 2022, we decided to actually launch a little mini masterclass at the time, teaching this process over the span of 4 days. And we didn't go into launching this program to be a monster or what it is today, actually. We ended up taking that actual one product to $1 million. And it helped hundreds, 775 students absolutely change the trajectory of their business, millions of dollars in tracked student sales. But when we launched it, we didn't ever even go into it with the intention of it being this thing, right? It was like, hey, if you're in online business and you have a product of $500 or more and you want a unique way to actually start generating leads, getting sales opportunities, and removing things like cold DMs, sales calls, or poaching other people's groups, because that was a very popular topic at this time. We just ran a little event for 20 people, and we went live for 4 days, right? 5 days technically, because we did a Q&A on the back end. And those 5 trainings turned into about $480,000 profit inside of our business. And that would eventually become a monster of a product that we have built and compounded and added to and refined over the years, and is still kind of one of our main centerpieces of our business even to this day. But we didn't go into creating it with this, I'm going to launch this product and it's going to be this $1 million thing. No, it was like, hey, we're going to share a strategy that worked really well for us, my business partner and myself, the year prior. We're going to show a little workshop for 20 people, and we're going to just give you guys the process that we used. And then we used their feedback, the customer's feedback, like, fuck, we've never seen anything like this. This is amazing. This is totally different from anything we've been a part of, etc., because we made it a point to not just be like every other product in the market at the time, which was you buy this thing and then we cater all the trainings to just like go promote this thing as an affiliate or resell this product or give you this circle jerk type system. It was like, no, we want you guys to have the clarity on a business that you're building, but also like have the confidence to go out and build a business around whatever you want, right? Our ongoing phrase for the last few years is dildos, dump trucks, or digital courses. Doesn't matter what you're selling. We can help you sell it. And I do have a quick graphic kind of breaking down our business model. But the one thing I will say is as of March, we did kind of reinvent this process because we ran into a bit of a challenge, right? For ever since 2022, up until, early last year, 2024, there was really not that many people talking about communities, right? You had like us and our main program, Group Juice, which kind of talked about building businesses via community, which was all about, antiviral short form video content to community, to DMs to make sales. And then the only other people that were really talking about community were clients in community, but they had a different approach than us, right? They were utilizing paid ads to community. And then it was like, a couple posts a week. And then you were doing calendar and calls, right? Which we don't do calls. We processed about 4,000 sales, not a single sales call. And before you guys were like, there's no way you guys can actually sell that product without calls. It's like the proof is in the pudding. We've sold products as much as $9,600 without a strategy session. Okay. Like we don't do calls. If you need a call, we're not your guys. Like if you need us to get on a call with you or convince you to buy our products, not your guy. right? If I have to convince you to believe in yourself enough to invest in our programs, then realistically, I'm going to have to convince you to do the work. And building an online business is a lot of fucking work. So we don't do them. I know that is probably still the standard for a lot of people. They'll say you can't do it without it, and you 100% can. Okay, we close $2,000 deals very regularly. No sales call, no strategy sessions. We don't have somebody taking calls for us or doing Zoom calls for us. This is our entire weekly calendar. This is actually a busy week for us, as you can see. We do weekly coaching calls for our private clients, and then we also do another weekly coaching call for different private clients. Run two kind of main programs, and then we do kickoff calls, right? So we do create personalized business plans for clients that do pay us and end up purchasing programs for us. But we don't do any calls to get people to buy. That's not a thing. Haven't done one in years. And anybody that's telling you that you have to, it's realistically can be a waste of time when you do a model like ours, because like you're gonna have people coming to you and being like, "Hey, I'm ready to buy. Can you send me the link?" It's not I'm gonna have to get on and use my sales wizardry to try to convince you to buy. You're either going to decide whether you want to or not long before you ever even fall into the sales process. And one of the main reasons that I want to kind of run through this actual model for you guys that we're currently running is because as of March, we did make some massive shifts inside of our business, because realistically, we were in a season where everybody's talking about community, right? Whereas it wasn't like that in the past. So we needed to start making changes a little bit instead of being like, hey, grow your community, start a community, build a community, because everybody's talking about that right now. We needed to start hitting a bit of a different problem for people that already had a group that didn't know how to monetize. And realistically, because we were running the same kind of model that everybody's been doing as of lately, right? Especially with school being so popular, it's like run your free group and then you stagger it to some type of low ticket subscription. And as of March, we closed down one of our school groups with about 1,300 people. And almost 2 years before that, before it was popular, actually, we actually ended up going all in with school and having a free community on school. Not because anybody endorsed it or Alex Hormozy started talking about it. Realistically, it's because we took our Facebook groups to over $1 million, and we wanted to emulate that process on a different community platform. And Flip and myself, we were in Myrtle Beach with our clients. We rented a 3-story beach house and hung out with all of our coaching clients for a week. And we got an email from Travis Sago, who's like, hey, I'm playing around with this school platform. If you guys come and jump in on this, I'll give you an extra training. Right. So we actually ended up launching a low ticket subscription on school long before school was actually even like the best place to build your business, which they actually are trying to make it as easy as possible for people. You can literally have a school group that can be your entire business if you want it to be. But as of March, we did change a lot of stuff in our business to kind of restructure a bit. And that's what I'm going to kind of break down. Same principles and same model that we've been using for a very long time with Facebook groups. We have clients who are using it with Discord communities, Telegram groups. Like where you're building your group doesn't necessarily matter. But this is the process and the flow that we're currently using right now. Now, I will talk about this from our lens and how we are doing this and how you can actually go out and apply this in your own business, right? So we have everything on the far left side, which is like your attention, your traffic sources, where you're generating eyeballs. And realistically, you're probably going to end up doing this in phases or building in buckets, etc. But this is probably the most important piece for people that are early on is getting that attention, getting some content in place, going out there and sharing your story or documenting your journey or what you want to end up building or whatever. But we post antiviral content. And what I mean by antiviral is like we're not creating content with the intention of going viral. Sometimes we get a ton of views on videos. Like last month, I had a video get 2.8 million views. But we're not necessarily going and copying creators attempting to go viral. It's like trying to create short form video content that is very targeted towards the right people, attracting the right audience, building the right audience, versus, building the biggest audience possible and like hoping people buy. which is realistically how we've been able to build a 7-figure business with less than 100,000 followers combined between me and my business partner, right? My biggest platform has like 35,000 followers. And we've averaged, $1,400 a day for, over 1,000 days in a row, with content that usually has minimal views, minimal engagement, doesn't have hundreds of comments. We're not generating thousands of new followers every day, but we still make very consistent money because of the very intentional type of content that we're creating. Now I am putting a little energy into growing on Instagram. I have not for years. I've literally just repurposed content over there. I'm not your Instagram expert by any means. Can't give you any tips and tricks because I need them myself when it comes to Instagram. But I've honestly put no energy into growing it. Our two main mediums for attention have always been, one, first and foremost, has primarily been Facebook, and then also TikTok, right? We were using Facebook long before TikTok was coming out, before TikTok even came out, to kind of grow our business, grow our groups. It was a lot of written content on Facebook, a lot of, profile posts on Facebook to grow the communities at the time. And then when Reels kind of took off on Facebook, we were probably one of the first few creators who actually started using it and or teaching it as well. And it absolutely exploded, right? I was waking up to 1,000 people requesting to join my Facebook group. And we've had dozens and dozens and dozens of clients that I could name off that were doing the exact same thing, taking a Facebook reel, tagging their group in the comments, and waking up to hundreds of people requesting to join their community. So it's still the same approach that we've been doing for a very long time. We're just utilizing school groups as of now. And again, we didn't jump on the bandwagon for school. We were actually already on school long before it was a popular place to be. No idea why I feel the need to reinforce that, but that's just the reality of it. We wanted to repeat the processes we used to take our Facebook groups to $1 million and repeat it on school. Right. And then it was just kind of like how it ended up evolving and happening. Right. Then Alex Ramosi invested in school, and then everybody and their mother is now on school, and it's the best place to build business, which it is very cool. I'm not going to lie. Like, I do love some of the features. I love how you can, essentially remove all of this complex stuff inside of your business by just having a school group. You can do payment processing. You can do virtually everything inside of school. That's what they're trying to make it be. Right? From literally, I know school is literally trying to make it so you can eventually not even have to worry about this piece. It's like, hey, if you run a good group on school, we want to make it so that people can discover your kick-ass community, right? They have ranking systems and the whole shebang, right? So this is kind of still the flow that we're using to this day, right? Everything is going into one school group. Now, we did make this massive shift in our school group. As of March, we closed down our other free school group, and now we run a hybrid style community. So we only have one group in our business as of right now. It's been probably one of the most liberating feelings, one of the most best decisions we've made in a long time. Instead of, growing this group and then this group and then this group and then staggering all that energy across the few different places, we just run one community. Now, we do have a ton of free information in here, but we also have certain, paid elements in this group as well. So everything we do points people to our group. Okay. The group is the business. It's not a lead magnet. It's not a, side project. Like, anybody who wants to do anything with us to any degree has to join our community. That is the centerpiece of our business. This is a big difference from how we treat our business compared to other people who talk about groups. Like, oh, you get my group as a lead magnet. You get my group as a value proposition. Like, no, the entire business is revolved around the group. Anything of value that we create, any trainings, anything that we do is built for our community, right? And then we talk about it. Obviously, then we go out and talk about it everywhere else. But if they want that thing, they got to join the group, which kind of rolls into the next thing. There are two main anchors that we're using to get people to come into our group. Okay, we have a completely free step-by-step program that we launched in March. And this isn't like a surface level product for you to go through. It's literally A to Z, our entire business model with step-by-step setup, click-by-click training, daily action steps, resources, templates, frameworks, It is literally the whole shebang when it comes to our business model. The same business model we've been running for years. Literally everything: setting up your groups, getting clear on your group serves, welcome posts, posts in your community, the actual community flow, etc. Like A to Z, your actual business launch plan, all using communities as the hub of your business. And the main reason that we did that is, one, we closed down the other free school group to go all in with a hybrid style community. But we were honestly sick and tired of watching people forking out a bunch of money to buy these products and then kind of being left stuck. So we literally just gave away our entire 7-figure business model away for free, like trying to remove any reason why you can't come in and actually start winning. You can come in and get our trainings. If you want to be an affiliate, you can literally come in and be an affiliate of our program for free. You can get paid for free. We've had people come in and take our training in our free group, promote our product as an affiliate. You can even just take our actual trainings and go put them in your own group to grow your own community, all for free. Because we were sick and tired of watching people like, hey, I really want to make money online. I want to learn how to build an online business. But then they're just like left wondering what to do and buying these programs that are leaving them high and dry. So we just started giving away our entire business model for free. So that way, by the time you do become a client of ours, you are already winning. You already have results. You already have a business up. You're already creating content. You already have an audience, because we're just giving you everything for free. Okay. And then obviously the other thing that we did create a custom coaching bot. We saw these kind of being very popular in the market. People are selling them for $97. And again, we just created one for free, right? So what I actually did with this is I transcribed a bunch of videos from our coaching calls for private clients. We do kickoff calls with all of our private clients who pay us, $500 to $1,000 a month to work with us. What I actually did is I transcribed the audio on a lot of those calls to see how we interacted with our private clients. And we built a custom GPT to act just like us to give you personalized business plans. It will give you 90-day content plans. It'll show you the quickest and the fastest way to monetize. It will show you where to build your group, how to build your group, whatever you want to do in business. And it's completely tailored to you and where you're currently at. We've even had people take it and create a personalized sellable product in as little as 24 hours utilizing the custom coaching bot. Right. So these are our two kind of main nurturing pieces that we're using. We also have some other stuff in the group. We do live trainings and stuff like that. But these are the two main anchors that we run people through. One, the free course, the free program that walks everybody through step by step on building their business. Whatever business model you want to run, right? It's applicable. You can just build a community centered around something that you enjoy. Or if you're in the online business building space, or you like the way we teach, or you like what we do, you can literally just take our training, put them in your own group, use our IP to grow your own community, and then sell our product as an affiliate, even if you've never paid us $1, right? You don't have to go pay us $2,500 to get this plug and play affiliate system. You can literally just come into our group, take our stuff, grow your group, and make $475 per sale if you wanted to, without paying us a dime. Okay. Most people aren't doing that. And then if you are a paid private client of us, we pay 80% commissions, and we split the rest between me and my business partner. We don't make shit on our products. It's more about impact, getting people the actual IP and the strategies and the frameworks that changed our entire life and our business after years of struggling. Okay. Now we got everything is centralized into one sales process, which is primarily DMs. No, I should have added a Google Doc. 99% of our sales are closed via Google Documents. And I'll just give you an example of what that actually looks like. We actually created this Google document almost 2 weeks ago at this point. Might have been a little over 2 weeks. Where is it? Let me see. V2. Okay. Right. This is the style of how we're actually closing deals. So a lot of the times what we end up doing is we run people through public social media content. We drive them through our community, and then we kickstart conversation with them with the goal of getting them their hands on this actual offer document. I did drop a 45-minute video inside of the community of me writing this offer from scratch. And this document did about $4,000 profit in the first 24 hours of actually creating it. So this is how we actually convert sales. is we run through very quick, simple conversations. Hey, I saw you commented on this post in the community about XYZ. Were you interested in checking out some information on that? Yeah, sure. Send me the doc. Send them this. They purchase. They say, hey, no, not a problem. No big deal. Again, I'm not doing the song and dance with people. I'm not pressurizing them to purchase. I don't do that. And if you have to do that, then there's probably a problem in your actual nurturing piece. But this is how we convert actual sales. Simple Google Docs. Again, if you guys want this template, I did share it inside of the free group. So that's kind of the sales process, and then we're utilizing that to actually make money. Okay, so overall, very boring, very basic, very simple process. At its core, if you are emulating something like this, I'll give you an example of what this would look like. Let's say you're an affiliate. You have your traffic sources. Okay, this is where you're creating content. This is where you're capturing attention. Then you have your nurturing hub, something you can give something away for free, right? Look at people are giving away lead magnets, resources, etc. The ultimate goal is to give somebody something that is so valuable that they would happily pay for it. Okay, like give them something that actually gets them a result. Like if you look at our business, these two free resources, people could come into our free group and start making money online following a proven process without paying us a dime. Whether they wanted to be an affiliate of ours and make money, or they wanted to literally take our strategies and go create their own product. Like our custom coaching bot could give you a tailor-made product in the next 24 hours, right? We're trying to make it so easy for people to actually win and get results. That is the ultimate objective. And again, you could make this a very small win. It could be, hey, like I want to run a little 3-day event inside my group talking about, how you generate your first 1,000 followers. Okay, so that way by the time you also want to think about the product that you potentially want to end up selling, right? So one of our main offers is a 3-day community cash machine event, which is all about crafting your offer just like this, like we do on Google Documents. And then it's all about, putting a mini course inside of your community, how you can actually create a mini course inside of your group that nurtures and builds, high quality leads on autopilot. Basically, when you dial this in, it will literally get you to the point of where you're getting daily messages from people like, hey, can I buy your program? Hey, can you send me the link to purchase? This is a huge piece as to how we've actually ended up, processing thousands and thousands of deals without a single sales call. And then day 3 is all about launch strategies, content frameworks, and etc. Like actually putting all 3 of these things to market. So that's our 3-day live event that we are mainly selling inside of our community, right? So the reason I'm bringing that up is we have to think logically. Okay, so like if this 3-day live event is all about how you can monetize your community, then okay, the missing piece for people in that actual sales process is a community of their own. Content strategies to actually be growing their community, leads, attention, eyeballs, right? So our free course and our free stuff is all about getting people that first step, right? That's step number 1. And then step number 2 the next challenge that they will run into is, how do I monetize? Which is this. Okay, so you have to think a little bit backwards from what you're actually selling and the things that would make it as easy as possible for your customers to come in and actually need or want the thing that you have to sell. It usually can't be the more of the same, right? The most popular thing in the school space right now is like you do the trial, or you do the light version of the program. I'm pretty sure Max did this, and now you have everybody and their mother who's doing this. So you have, your free group like this, and then let's say you have 1, 2, 3, right? So what they'll actually do is they'll just give away number 1, and then they'll sell you 2 and 3, which works. It's not like that's perfectly fine. You can do that, right? This is essentially doing that same thing, just on a different degree, right? So we're giving them step 1 would be building your entire business, setting up your entire business, getting you some wins in business, starting to build an audience, etc. And then once those things are in place, you want to learn how to monetize that, right? So it's just like this. Okay, so you have to think a little bit backwards from the actual product you're actually offering or selling in your business to make it as easy as possible for people to come to you or even be to the point of buying. This is also a big part of where people completely miss the mark because they're like, hey, I don't understand why anybody's not buying my product. And it's like you're trying to sell a completely cold audience a $2,500 product. They don't even need that $2,500 product yet. They don't even see the value in it. They don't even believe that they can do this themselves. Like, you have to start building beliefs or wins for your potential customers, right? So I'll give you another example of this too. Let's say if you run a group and you help women lose weight. Okay, so like your free group could be like, step one is like, hey, this is the types of meal plans that I use. These are the how to track calories, metrics, et cetera, et cetera. Then you have workout plans and all these different things that are going to help people get into, start utilizing your plan in your process. And then your actual offer mechanism could be, hey, I do custom made plans for every person that joins. So now that we're already kind of like on this groove of building momentum, let me write you a custom plan. Let me write you a custom calorie meals, etc., workouts, and then you sell them that. But it can't usually be more of the same thing, which is what a lot of newer online business owners or affiliates try to do. It's like, hey, I'm going to give you 1, 2, and 3 of building your done for you digital product business. And then when you're ready to buy, I'm going to sell you 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't work, right? Like the natural immediate reaction is like, one, why do I need that? Or, hey, you already gave me that. I don't need to purchase. Okay. And then this is also another thing. This is also why a lot of people will continuously sell you the done for you products over and over again, right? Oh, you bought this from me. Now you need this new one that covers the same thing. Now you need this new one that covers the same thing, because they're constantly utilizing the hype and the placebo of it being something new to entice you to buy. Versus if you just essentially went from, hey, here's this product. Okay, maybe you purchased. And okay, but what are the next challenges or the roadblocks that you're going to face? Okay, and then I'm going to give them 4, 5, and 6. That's my next offer, right? Next problem, the next challenge, and the next hurdle, right? So if as an example, I'll help somebody go from zero, helping somebody go from, zero, okay, to making their first dollar online. Okay. And then, okay, what is the next challenge? Taking their $1 online to $1,000. Okay. Like, as an example, it can't just be more of the same stuff. It's why a lot of people seriously struggle to actually convert their offers, because they're not clear on the angle or the mechanism that they're actually getting people to move into their sales process. You have to have that next thing, the challenge, the hurdle, the pain point, etc. It can't just be, hey, I'm going to show you how to build an Amazon influencer business, and I gave you all of this stuff for Amazon influencer, and then I can't be like, hey, if you want to learn how to do Amazon influencer, buy my product. It's not sexy. Okay, it's not a compelling enough motivator to get people to buy, right? So I know I rambled a bit for that, but this is our entire business model. It's what we've been doing since 2021. It's what we've been preaching and teaching and living in our business for years and years and years. It's the same process that took me and my business partner from struggling to about $2 million in track sales between the two of us, and millions of dollars in student results, from stay-at-home moms adding 6 figures to their salary, to working dads adding 100K to their income in their part-time, and just hundreds of actual real-time examples. And this is what we do, right? This is all we do in business, is all we've been doing in business. And again, we're biased because it's the only thing that actually really ever started working for us. But super lean, basic, and simple. So basic that you can maintain it, right? I think that's the goal. And that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys got some value from this video, let me know. If it sucked, let me know in the comments as well. I know I did a ramble, talk out my neck. I have a tendency to do that. And you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.